Hello and welcome to another episode of Fire Emblem Discussion. Today we're going to take a look at comments on last week's video about Fire Emblem Three Houses and whether or not it'll be delayed, and respond to them. This is something I want to continue to do on my channel. I want to take your comments, read them, and talk about them, because I think your opinions are just as good as mine and they're just as important as mine. So let's get into it. First off, we have a comment from Shy Lion who says, "It will be delayed," talking about Three Houses. "Just look at all the games coming in spring. 99% already have release dates, gameplay trailers, and other stuff. Just look at Yoshi's Crafted World, I assume, and Devil May Cry 5 and others." So in response to this, Mr. Lion, or Mrs. Lion, Yoshi's Crafted World is a good point. The fact that it has a release date for March 29th does lead me to think Fire Emblem Houses may not be coming out in March, but I still think it's not out of the question. However, Devil May Cry 5 has no bearing on whether or not Fire Emblem is going to be released here soon, or when we'll get to hear about it. It's from a completely different company. Devil May Cry 5 isn't even coming to Nintendo Switch, as far as we know. So I don't think that matters all that much, and sure, other games have release dates as well, but comparing other game release dates to Fire Emblem Three Houses isn't quite fair, and I think that we should have a little faith in our friends at Nintendo. And that's actually what I told him in a comment below, and in response to me telling him to have a little faith and why I think that it is still reasonable for us to think Fire Emblem will come out in spring, I said, he said, it's pretty funny. He said, "I have faith, but it's really hard to wait." And that's funny because I think we've all been there. We all feel a little bit the same as you, Mr. or Mrs. Shy Lion. I think a lot of us do believe it is going to come out, but man, it is hard to wait, and it's a lot easier to be pessimistic about it than to be positive. Alright, moving on, we have Brave Lady Lynn, who says, "I still believe it's coming in spring. I think they're trying to make the info dumps as close to the release rather than spread them in tiny bits in longer waits to keep the hype cycle very close. If all else fails, a Fire Emblem Three Houses focused direct can remedy the stuff missing." And I agree with that. I think a direct could just fix everything, but that's kind of what we're all waiting for anyways. I don't know if we'll get a Fire Emblem centric direct. I don't know if we'll get a Fire Emblem Three Houses focused direct. I do think there's a good chance we'll get a extended trailer, maybe even an extended gameplay trailer in the next direct. However, I think the chances of getting a full Fire Emblem Three Houses focused direct is pretty low. They do stuff like that for Breath of the Wild and Super Smash Brothers. I don't know if we'll get that for a game like Fire Emblem Three Houses, although Fire Emblem is growing in popularity. I don't know if we're there yet. I do want it to get there, and I do want to have an entire direct focused on Fire Emblem again like we did 2 years ago, but I don't know if we're going to get another one. However, it is totally possible looking at the 2-year anniversary of Fire Emblem Heroes coming in February, and it would be pretty poetic to get another Fire Emblem Direct 2 years after we first heard about Fire Emblem Switch, giving us the release date of Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think that would be pretty cool. And finally, we move on to Delalyed, who, sorry if I messed up your name, who says, "Probably around the Fire Emblem convention." And so the Fire Emblem convention, or Fire Emblem Expo, is happening May 4th in Japan, and I don't think we'll have to wait that long to get news on Fire Emblem Three Houses. However, I do think it's reasonable to believe that Fire Emblem Three Houses could release around that time. Again, the Fire Emblem Expo happens on May 4th, which is a Saturday. So May 3rd is a totally plausible release date. I could see it happening the day before the Expo. Would actually be pretty cool as well. And I could see Nintendo springing for that. Oh, actually, sorry, one more. This one just kind of made me laugh a little bit, made me also a little sad. From Cola B, just a crying sad face emoji. So Cola B, it's okay, don't worry. I don't think there's going to be much of a delay, if at all, on Fire Emblem Three Houses. It will come out in spring, whether it's early spring or late spring is yet to be known, but spring will happen. Have a little faith, don't be sad, it's all going to be okay. Alright, thanks for watching and listening, friends. This has been a great discussion here. So make sure to like and comment on further thoughts as to whether or not you think Fire Emblem Three Houses will be delayed, or maybe if we're going to get a Fire Emblem centric direct. I'd be interested to hear what you have to say. and make sure to subscribe for more Fire Emblem discussion.